Колеги, ми продовжуємо.
Dear colleagues, we go on with our working day, and I give the floor to the spokesperson of the administration of the President of Ukraine on anti-terrorist operation issues, Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Yesterday was marked with a significant activization of combat in the anti-terrorist operation zone. In Luhansk sector, the combat was mostly the eastern part of the front line. Next to the city of Shasta, our military have 3 times engaged in action with the enemy subversive and reconnaissance groups. The hardest was the third combat action, as the enemy has pulled up the tanks. All the 3 attacks were repelled, and the enemy was thrown behind the Seversky Donets river. Late at night, the militants have conducted a powerful barrage of our positions next to Shasta from 152mm cannons and mortars. As a result of exchange of fire, the line of delineation was not crossed by the observers of the OSCE mission, who were going to meet the top officials of Luhansk region. Also, the militants have conducted a series of firings from grenade launchers next to Stanitsa Luhanska. However, on the part of the front line from Staroye Dar to Popasna, the regime of silence was preserved. In Donetsk sector, next to Svetlodarsk and Horlivka, the exchange of fire between the militants and the anti-terrorist operation forces were in the second half of the day. Closer to midnight, the enemy has conducted a mortar and artillery barrage and shelling of our positions along the railway Artemis-Horlivka next to stations Kurdyumivka and Mayorsk. Also, as a result of night artillery shellings from the illegal armed formations, the Vuhlegirska electric station in Svetlodarsk was damaged and stopped. In western suburbs of Donetsk, the epicenter of combat was our frontline positions next to Krasnohorivka and Mariinka, where at night the gunmen have used practically all the kinds of weapons. As a result of a powerful 30-minute artillery barrage of Avdiivka, a local resident was wounded. In Mariupol sector, the situation remains calm. The enemy has conducted a mortar shelling of our positions around the village of Novoselivka Druga, and they fired from the left bank of the Kalmius river. As a result of combat action, we lost 1 Ukrainian military last day and 7 were wounded. Yesterday in the anti-terrorist operation zone, 16 flights of enemy drones were detected. They were conducting air reconnaissance of our positions. The law enforcers have detained another abettor of the enemy in the city of Selidova in Donetsk region. They detained a local resident who cooperated with the militants and was on duty at the road checkpoint in Mariinka district. He said that he decided to earn some money, however, he came back home because he was not paid money. In the suburbs of the city Kamenka-Dniprovska in Zaporizhia region, a formerly judged the local resident was detained, and a hand anti-tank grenade launcher, 7 hand grenades, 2 kilos of gunpowder and 250 grams of explosives and live ammunition were confiscated from them. The policemen on the road checkpoints next to Severodonetsk have stopped a lorry which was transporting an armored personnel carrier, and it was not, there were no documents to justify this transportation. Also, I haven't heard the information about Shirokin in the sector M. Vladimir Putin has asked to pull away our troops and to demilitarize Shirokino, although according to Minsk agreements it is ours. What's happening there? Last day there were exchange of fire and provocations. The main condition for demilitarization and for peace process and for the establishment of peace is to stop fire. However, the enemy has not stopped the fire. That's why we reply with to their attacks or firing and shelling. There are